Hi everyone, Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. I hope you are all well. Today I am doing a tag video called the Goodreads Stats tag. The original tag is by BNB Books, and I was tagged by John at Hey Y'all Listen Up. I like John's channel because he reads a lot of sci-fi and fantasy. And since these are not go-to genres for me, I learn a lot from him and find out what sci-fi and fantasy books are out there. I will leave a link to both channels and their videos below. There are 8 questions to this tag, so let's get started. Number 1, what is your ultimate goal this year reading-wise? I didn't really set up reading goals for myself this year. The pandemic is already allowing me to read a lot more than usual, but I guess I could say that it was to continue being involved in the book and reading community. Both here on YouTube or BookTube and also on Bookstagram. That's been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed meeting new people this way and of course finding out about books that I might not have known about otherwise. So question number 2 is, how many books do you want to read this year? I had originally put my goal at 80 books on Goodreads, mostly just to have a number in there. But I am already at almost 60 books, so I think I will bypass my original goal pretty soon. Maybe I will raise my goal to 100 or even 120. The number doesn't really matter to me as long as I am reading. So, next is, what is the most books you read in a year? So that would be 2020. Last year I read 154 books. And it's possible that I might be close to that again this year, but I do have a number of big books that I want to get through, so it might be more quantity of pages over quantity of books. Number 4 is, what is the longest book you've read? So according to Goodreads, coming in at a whopping 1,443 pages is The Fiery Cross by Diana Gabaldon. And this is the 5th book in the Outlander series. They are all gigantic, but I do love this series, and I am anxiously anticipating the 9th book coming out this November, called Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. And then coming in at 1,440 pages is The Stand. It's the complete and uncut edition by Stephen King. The 5th question is, what is the newest book you've read? So Goodreads tells me that would be Good Company by Cynthia Dupree Sweeney, which was published on April 6th. This was her 2nd novel, and I've read her debut novel as well, which was The Nest, and I enjoyed both, but I enjoyed The Nest just a little bit more. 6 is, what is the oldest book you've read? So for me, this is The Rule of Benedict, which was written in 516. According to Goodreads, it was written in 530, but I mean, really, no matter which date you use, it was a heck of a long time ago, and it's super, super old. Next is, what is the most popular book you've read? And if we go by number of reviews, the book is The Hunger Games, which I read on my Kindle. It has 6,691,173 ratings, and the average rating is 4.32, which is quite impressive. And I'm sure that really nobody's surprised this is so popular. I did enjoy this book. It's the only one I've read in the trilogy, and I gave it 4 stars. And one day I will get to the others, maybe. Last is, what is the least popular book you've read? And I was kind of surprised by this answer because it turns out that there are over 15 books in which I am the only one who has rated it. A lot of them are textbooks or books I've used for work, but the one that I want to share is one that I gave 5 stars to, and that is the Hamlin Encyclopedia of Gardening. I loved this book because when I bought my first home, I had no idea what I was doing with plants, and especially with the front flower beds. So this was a great reference for me, and I have since given it away since I no longer live in a house and I don't really have any plants or flowers to take care of. But if you are interested in gardening, then I suggest this gem if it's still available. I hope that it is. So thanks again to John for tagging me. I would like to tag some people that I don't think I've tagged before. I will tag Jane at Lady Jane Books. She's got a great channel, and I like watching her to get suggestions about mysteries and thrillers and horror books. I will also tag Jeremy at Jeremy Fee. Jeremy is a cartoon character that has something different going on every day of the week. And in particular, I like his book talks because whether it's a book I've read or one that's on my radar, I like hearing what he thinks about them. And if I haven't heard of it, then sometimes I find, some new books to add to my very overflowing TBR. And lastly, I will tag Laura from Laura Reads Pages. Laura is a fellow Canadian from the East Coast, and she has done some videos on Canadian books and Canadian literature. She has also done some cool reading vlogs which show you some of the area around where she lives, which is really beautiful, and really it's the only way that I am traveling these days, so it's nice to do that. Even though it's through videos, it's really appreciated. So I will leave a link to all of their channels below, so please check them out, show them some support and some love. Thanks again to everyone for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.